your friends.
You're just saying they don't fit in into this traditional thing that, honestly, the LGBT community has fought for a while now. Now that we finally have it, I think that the next wedding I'm going to better be fucking gay as hell.
Or at least inclusive, or like...
Not Chick-fil-A.
I mean,
that was so weird.
If you want to have Chick-fil-A at your wedding, go for it. Because people have had chicken nuggets at their weddings.
Yeah, no, but
that's what there was, chicken nuggets.
Oh, but I mean, like...
But they literally did
those
it because
are more
of...
bougie chicken nuggets. I mean, like, McDonald's chicken nuggets at weddings.
I would get, like, the Walmart pack of, like, 98 and just throw them in an oven and be like, good luck, girl.
Hey, I was cool with that roasted pork. It did have a face, and it was weird. However...
It was delicious.
It was so good. And then the next day, I was like, it's so much pain. I'm like, oh, God, it was so worth it.
You should have taken a Pepto or something.
I felt so bad because I'm, like, trying to not eat as much, like, animal meat, but damn it.
It wasn't a celebration. You were probably feeling a lot of things, too, in that dress.
Mostly I wanted to take it off, so I did bring a dress to change into, because I'm like, I'm not staying in this the entire time.
Fuck you.
And if she really cares about that, then I'm so sorry, but I hate the dress. It's too tight because it's not made for anybody with any kind of curve whatsoever.
What kind of material was it made out of?
Polyester. 100% polyester. So meaning it did not bend to anybody's will but its own. It was so bad. I don't know. It was like lacy, and then I took it to get altered, and they chopped off half the sleeves, which actually made it fit better, but still, it was like up in my neck the whole, because the lace comes up to here, like your collarbone.
Ooh.
And then it was just...
It was a lot.
It was a lot going on.
Do you still have it?
I do. What do you even do with the dresses after you're done? Like,
you're supposed to keep it in a closet, like in that movie, 27 Dresses, remember?
I have 3 of them already.
So you can have a montage with that pretty white boy that does the little thing.
Closet space is prime real estate, so they gotta go.
Yeah.
I already threw away the other 2 that I had.
Yeah, I think I remember when you did the purge.
Yeah, because I thought maybe
purges.
somebody can use them as a prom dress.
Yeah.
You're Goodwill. You can have it.
I'm interested to see it altered. Maybe we can post a picture of it on a hanger for everyone to see on our Facebook or whatever.
Oh, the dress.
Yeah.
The triangle tit dress.
Triangle tits?
I even took it to the dress alterations lady, and I was like, is there anything you can do about this? And she's like, nope, sorry. And I'm like, no.
The nibs stay.
I wanted to take it out so bad.
She's like, I'm not a miracle worker, ma'am.
Well, that's what she said. She was like, no, it's just part of the dress. Sorry, it's not going to come out. And then I was like, fine. I guess it adjusted itself after a little bit, but it was still really irritating. And then, like, the maid of honor had a totally different
style.
Yeah, hers was like 1 strap or something. Mine had the 2 straps on it. And she was bossy as all get out, and I did not like her. I wanted her...
She took her job seriously as the maid of honor.
A little too seriously.
I am the the most honorly maid. Is that a thing? How do you be the best honor maid? A maid of honor.
A most matronly of honor.
I think you just have, like, more obligations.
Yeah, that's true.
You
but
have
she
to, like,
was, like,
straighten
intense.
out the veil and whatnot.
Ooh, that's so hard. I don't know. Who needs a veil? What's the veil for?
I think it's supposed to signify, like, being...
obstructed.
It has to do with, like, the father and, like, giving the property away and stuff.
It's like, you don't know what you're getting. Maybe it's trash. I'm not showing you under this veil.
Because, like, it's the father that, like, removes or lifts up the veil, right?
Well, at this wedding, the groom did, right before they were going to get kissed.
It's like my gift, yeah.
He's, like, opening the present that the dad gave.
Yeah, that's when you find out if she's got good teeth, right?
Snaggletooth comes out.
But you inherited this bad mouth.
And then you can't wear the veil again after you're married.
It's
like,
tainted because you've had sex.
After he says, you may now kiss the bride, he's supposed to, like, excitedly take off the veil and be like, it's my bride now. Smooch. And then,
this is my property.
And then the blushing bride is like, oh.
And then the veil comes off as a symbol of, like,
Dude,
hymen
they were
ripping
so,
or what?
They were so, I don't know what the wedding that you went to was like, but they were so rushed. It was like,
They wanted to fuck.
They
Or was it all the wedding photography that happened?
the photography, like,
That's like 80% of a wedding nowadays.
literally, they were just like, they sat down. It looked kind of like a cartoon because they sat down to eat and they're like, hey, time for the money dance. And then they'd like dance for the photography. And they're like, all right, now go get the cake. Okay, don't eat the cake. Get over here. You got to do this. And then she was like, oh, that's not a way to get married. If I'm going to throw a fucking party, I'm going to enjoy it.
Hell yeah, you stand in the back and get some good candid shots of my friends showing their ass, please.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what my photographer's gonna be instructed to do.
Well, I don't want to
I don't
sound
post
like I'm
pictures.
being like really critical of their wedding on the off chance that they find this podcast. But,
right, me too. Damn. Sorry, I loved it.
It was
But-
a wonderful wedding.
But I've worked a lot of weddings as a videographer and as someone who works at a venue that's hosted weddings. So, like, I have a lot of just critical opinions about weddings, what works and what doesn't. And,
Ooh, I didn't know this.
well, one of the favorite weddings that I worked, they had, like, a really tiny ceremony on, like, Friday night with just family and maybe some real close friends. And then their reception was the next night.
That makes sense.
So
And
then
that-
she
and that
can
was
have
like
the
a
pictures with
big-
like mom and dad and everyone else.
Yeah, all the wedding party can have their pictures and stuff. And
And that's dedicated to that. And then the next day it's the party.
yeah.
But do they come in their outfits still or no?
They
I think
probably
they had
have
a
a
different
cooler
outfit,
outfit.
yeah.
You have like
Oh.
your traditional outfit that you wear to the church or whatever. And then you have your party outfit. Because you know the bitches want to dress up.
I mean, I didn't really care all that much.
Yeah, yours was more like a reception
Mine
ceremony.
Mine was just, let's do
Flowy, hot,
this. Yeah, it was hot. I wore a sundress.
and significant.
Yeah, it was a big deal, but we didn't want to overcomplicate it. There was no DJ. It was just an iPod connected to speakers. There was no videographer. It was just people taking pictures.
It was good food and a beautiful cake.
Yeah, that was it. We just wanted something small. It was maybe a little bit more planning than a regular birthday party, but actually probably less because I didn't give out goodie bags or like have a piñata or none of that. So.
No, because it was more about the ceremony of you uniting your love with your spouse. I liked your
Yeah.
wedding a lot because it was really like not commercial. It
Yeah,
was like
I will take
DIY a
down-
little bit, which like some people might say is like maybe cheap or whatever, but it didn't cheapen the emotion and the
Right,
like the
and that's
love.
what I wanted to focus on. And I know that other folks, like, don't get me wrong, it was a lot, but it was a lot from me personally. I think that she wanted it done that way, and so that's why I went along with everything, because it wasn't my wedding, and it wasn't my opinion, and it wasn't the way that I would do it, but that's not the point. The point is, I was invited to be part of their day. So if they wanted it done that way, that's on them and it's their prerogative. But I didn't want the bill behind it, me personally.
Right, that's
so
a big ass bill. If
It
you
is.
buy a wedding dress over just a party dress, you're gonna be upcharged up the ass, girl.
anything that says wedding, I feel like is quadruple.
Yeah, because they see dollar signs when they see that word,
And then I think it was like $20,000 or something.
and
I'm
people
like,
take the
"Dang."
bait. That's the thing; they
I
take
know.
the bait.
And I feel bad because it's like, you guys are going to love each other and love your day no matter how much this costs.
Right.
And people are selling you flowers and things. And honestly,
Shit you're
at the
not
end
gonna
of the day,
remember.
right, at the end of the day, you're not going to remember that. And I think the problem I had with being pushed around and shoved around by photography and a schedule and choreographer and all that is that you don't actually get to enjoy your day. Like, if you spend all this time and energy, you would want to enjoy
Right,
it.
you're gonna invite people that you haven't seen or heard from in years. Sometimes,
Well, so that part of what bothers me is people, they want to follow the tradition of the bride and groom not seeing each other before the wedding. Mm-hmm. And so that pushes all these photos to between the ceremony and the reception. And so all these guests are just waiting, sometimes for hours.
just
God.
to see the bride
Just-
and groom and say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
'cause they
congratulations!"
They got to get through all these photos of all the family and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
then,
Well, that is one thing they did a little bit different was they told the families to go ahead and start eating because that way, by the time they got there, it was literally just, here's the bride and groom, let's cut the cake, let's do the dances and whatnot, and it was done and over with, and they didn't eat until after the wedding because, first of all, she couldn't eat anything because her dress was so small. But then they just took a to-go box and left because it was a really short, it was over and done.
Well, they probably only got the venue for X amount of time because it probably cost a certain amount to be in that space for so long.
Yeah, so all the photos, like we got the family photos done and out the way, and then their private photos, I don't think I ever saw them because they were done
in a
alone.
boudoir.
Right. Well, they were, yeah, like there was a bridal suite and whatnot, and then they staged it to where it looked like it could have been done before the wedding, but it wasn't. It was after. So, but yeah, summer's a time for weddings, and that was one that I went to this year, and it was beautiful, and the flowers were beautiful, and I was happy for everybody. It just really made me appreciate the way that I did mine.
Yeah.
That was not for me.
Yeah, I liked your wedding a lot. It was just at a park in Hays, Kansas.
In the middle of 115-degree weather.
Hey, you had to do it.
Right. And then if you want to pick something different, go for it. It's up to you, ultimately. So,
yeah. Right. I guess as long as you know you're celebrating each other and your love, that's what's
focus
matter.
on you. And if you want to celebrate it by snorkeling, let's go for it.
Yeah, do what you need to do, but God damn it, don't make people do it because you want them to be involved just for pictures.
Right.
Like, we want to celebrate your love, not your, like, ability to pose for pictures with everyone. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And it's not like me trying to like dog on photographers or anything. Because I'm sure they're tired of like doing weddings like that too, where they have to rush everything and be kind of feel in the way even. Like, because there's no way you're not feeling that way when you're standing in the middle of an aisle with a fucking camera equipment.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I like the idea of doing it separated, but then, like, with a lot of families, they're going to be like, well, why didn't I get invited to the private wedding?
Right.
Live stream it.
There you go.
Hire a good videographer.
Yeah, here are the highlights from our wedding.
Like the royals.
Oh, God.
Did you see the royals taking over, like, going off to the side and taking pictures?
No.
Nah, they got their shit sorted. I don't know.
You got me thinking about baseball for a moment there.
What?
The Royals.
Oh.
I was like, what? Why would they be taking pictures?
They would be taking pictures. They're like World Series peoples.
Could have been. Well, that's probably what we got for today.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Yes. Go back to your neighborhood.
Yeah. It's
Enjoy the beautiful day
in the neighborhood.
Won't you be my neighbor? Anyway, ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta triangles.
Tits. Triangles.
If you enjoyed this episode, you can help us out by subscribing on your podcast app and leaving a rating or review. Find Hey Neighbor on Facebook or on Twitter at HeyNeighborPod. Feel free to leave us feedback or conversation ideas. You can also email us at heyneighborpodcast@gmail.com. Bye, neighbors.